If you go into interactions with groups of people, you get talked over, people don't respect you, this video is going to help you because I'm going to give you 6 steps to earning respect from people in general, but especially women, because women are not going to sleep with you if they don't respect you. That's just how it is. Sounds super red pill alpha male, but listen, they're right about some stuff. All right, they're right about some stuff. So the first step to becoming a guy that is worthy of respect from people around him is stop being nice for no reason. From now on, getting a positive response from someone is not a win. Someone being nice to you is not a win. There's actually a couple massive problems with being nice for no reason. First, you're manipulating people into liking you by being fake nice. So it's not coming from a place that's real. Second, this is probably more important. It takes all ability that you have to give validation to others away from you because you're giving validation for free. There is no reason that anyone would want your validation. No reason that anyone would want you to like them because you like, in a fake way, everybody. It's not valuable anymore. If being nice worked, every girl would have some random loser as their boyfriend. But they don't because obviously being nice is not valuable. Anybody can be nice. It's possible for anyone to be nice. So you have to start thinking in terms of what can I do that other guys don't do? And being nice is not one of those things. Okay? So it's not respectable. It's something that you should do. You probably should be nice, but it's not going to move the needle in any sort of way in terms of respect. Number 2, I used to do this all the time. Agree blindly with people. Okay? If you have trouble disagreeing, you don't like confrontation, I want you to ask yourself before you start agreeing with someone, do I actually agree with this? Okay, if you don't agree, you don't have to disagree with them on the spot. You can just not say anything. That's fine. Silence is actually really, really good. And it's going to be a theme throughout this video. You can just choose to be silent. And that's a really powerful tool because a lot of times guys feel like they have to say something. You don't have to say something. That's a little cheat code for you. You don't actually have to say something all the time. You're still in the conversation if you don't say anything for a couple seconds. So if you don't agree with somebody and you're too scared to disagree with them on the spot, you can just not say anything or change the subject. That's a really, really powerful thing for some of you guys that are more nervous, that are more scared to, go out of your way to disagree with someone. But I would highly encourage you to start disagreeing and just be okay with disagreeing to disagree. You don't need to get in these long debates with people about stuff. Like, you shouldn't debate people. That's super cringe as well. So don't become like some debate bro that always has to be right all the time. That's super weird. But don't agree blindly with people. Just be like, yeah, well, maybe we just agree to disagree. It's all good. And move on because it's not a big deal. But your beliefs, they mold your reality. And so at the end of the day, like when you agree to someone else's beliefs, especially if it's something negative, something that puts you down, like maybe you have a friend that's like, I think it's weird to approach women. I don't want to be creepy. That's super fucking cringe that guys do that. And even if you in your head think, well, I want to approach women, like I don't think it's creepy, but you agree out loud, you're verbally giving confirmation to this belief that it's bad or weird to approach women, and you're completely shutting down any progress you're making by watching this channel, watching other channels. Like, you're just completely shutting yourself down. The third step to earning respect from people is start using loaded language. Okay? The goal here is to become more polarizing. You don't want people to just like you. You want to be loved or hated. Okay? So when you use words like or dislike, those are bad words to use. You should use love, hate, start speaking with passion, talk about how you feel, and be very, very into the things that you're into, and be very, very not into the things that you're not into. Because if you don't give a fuck about something, you should be able to say, yeah, I honestly do not give a fuck about that. I think this is awesome though. You should be able to do that. If you can't do that, then you're hiding parts of your personality and you're going to come off like bland mayo. And that's gross. Girls think that's icky and nasty. They don't like that. So if you want to be respected by people, you have to be able to express yourself in a powerful way without holding anything back. If you're in a non-professional setting, another tip for this is curse more. I know some of you guys might be like, I don't want to offend anyone. Dude, cursing is such a normal thing now. It's such a normal part of everyday life. Everyone's cursing. And it's not something that you should do because you want to. It's something that sets you free. It shows that I don't give a fuck. I don't answer to anybody. I don't have my parents looming over my shoulder telling me, all right, you shouldn't say that word, right? You don't want that. You don't want to live in that world. I want to live in a world where I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's the entire reason I got into learning how to talk to girls and overcoming social anxiety, achieving social freedom, having friends, being able to approach women whenever I want. It's because I want to do what the fuck I want, and I will not accept anything below that standard. I just won't. One more thing you can do in this step is stop using qualifying statements. A lot of you guys will qualify with adjectives. You'll say, you're pretty cool. Oh, you're pretty awesome. This is actually pretty good. Instead of, this is amazing. This is awesome. When you qualify your statements, it makes it sound like you don't mean it as much. I want you to pay attention to that difference between you seem pretty cool and you're cool. You're pretty cool. You're pretty cool sounds worse. It sounds like I don't mean it as much. It's so much more powerful to not qualify your statements. A lot of guys will use these qualifiers because they don't want to come off too strong. They want to come off as alpha male and they don't want to be needy. What makes this attractive is the ability to stand straight and tall and not chase. If you can show intent and speak with passion and speak directly, only say exactly what you want to say, and then stand still, straight up and down, that's very attractive. The fourth step to earning respect from people is stop apologizing for no reason. When you apologize for something you are not actually sorry about. Now, this is kind of the same thing as being nice for no reason. Not only are you taking the power out of an apology. So if I apologize for something, I mean it. I'm like really sorry. I'm very sorry that I did that. If you can do that, that's a very powerful thing. But a lot of you guys don't have that card to play because you're apologizing all the time. Instead of saying, pardon me, you're saying, sorry. You're walking around like a scared little puppy dog. Sorry, 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 sorry all the time. Why are you sorry? You're not. Think about it. The last 10 times you've apologized for something, are you actually apologetic in your head? Are you sorry? No, you're just trying to avoid confrontation. Okay, so be mindful. Every time you say sorry when you're not sorry, you'll start to notice like, dude, you're doing it all the time. And it's very, very unattractive. People will never respect you if you say sorry all the time. So cut out saying sorry. And a good tip for this is literally, it's better to just say nothing and be that guy that's like weird and silent than it is to say sorry for no reason. The fifth step is tell yourself you deserve more. Do you really want a white picket fence with the nice girl that's good enough? Do you actually? Like deep down, the most selfish version of you that wants the best of the best, the ideal life, no limits. You could basically be the king of the world. Imagine you could be the king of the world. You had all the resources. No one would judge you. Everyone would praise you no matter what you did. What would you want? What would you go for? I can tell you what I would want. I would want a wife that I really love. I would want to be able to still talk to girls because I think that's a really fun part of life. I would want to be able to still go on dates. I would want to go out with my friends and have really good friends. And guess what? I have that. I have it because I was willing to go for that despite what other people might think. And I promise you, when you set higher goals, when you feel like you deserve more, and you don't think that certain girls are out of your league or whatever, I promise you those things will start to come to you. And you can tell me, oh, that's bullshit, manifestation, whatever. I don't believe in a lot of this woo-woo bullshit. But what I do believe in is that if you go for 10 steps below what you want, you'll get that. If you don't think it's possible to get more, you're probably never going to get what you want. You're always going to live in mediocrity. It's always going to be uncomfortable to achieve new heights, to go on a date with a girl that you've never been on a date with a girl that hot before. I've never been on a date with a girl this hot before. I just got off a call with a client today, called him for like 10 minutes. He was freaking out because he's going on a date with a girl. He's like, man, this girl's like, she's super hot. I feel like she's way out of my league. I struggled to even ask her out. Like, how am I going to get her on a date? And he already has her on a date. Like, he's like, how am I gonna date her? How am I gonna, have sex with her? Dude, you just have to believe you deserve it. She's going on a date with you for a reason. You're actually a lot better than you think. You're just not giving yourself permission to go for what you want. I want you to ask yourself, what does your ideal dating life look like? What's your wife look like? What's your girlfriend look like? What's the rotation of girls you want in your life look like? How many girls are hitting you up constantly? What do you want to wake up and, what text do you want to be on your phone in the morning? Because if you don't start asking those questions to yourself, you're just going to be asking for mediocrity. And if you ask for mediocrity, you're going to get it. Now, the sixth thing is I want you to start talking about your goals with bass in your voice. Not like, oh, this would be nice. Oh, it would be nice to do that. Oh, I hope I can do this. No, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to grow this YouTube channel to 10,000 subs by the end of the year. I'm going to. It's going to happen. I'm going to have 10,000 followers on Instagram by the end of the year. I'm going to have 100,000 followers on TikTok halfway through the year. I'm going to. And I'm saying that because I'm going to put in the actions that it takes. So this is a two-parter, okay? You have to say what you want with bass in your voice. But you also have to be able to go for it. You have to go for what you want and put in the actions that are necessary. It is impossible to get what you want in life if you don't have crazy goals, but it's also impossible to get what you want in life if you don't take action towards those crazy goals. Okay, you can be one of these guys that talks with bass about all the things he's going to do, but that's only cute for about 2 years. You can start dating a really beautiful woman based off of just ambition and putting in some work, starting to make some progress. But if you don't start making real progress within 2 or 3 years, she will lose faith in you. She will lose respect for you. So if you want to be a person that people respect, you have to put in the work on the back end. And don't brag about the work. Just do it. For me, I have goals to be in really, really good shape this year. I'm just going to the gym and I'm training like a freak, and that happens. I'm going to do it every day. Post about it on my Instagram story. That's it. I mostly do that for accountability for myself. I just go to the gym, train like a maniac, and then I'm done. And then I come home, I record YouTube videos, I do coaching calls. So ask yourself, what are your crazy goals? Start talking about those with people in your life to solidify them, and ask yourself, what are the actions that you need to take in order to get there? So do you need to approach women fearlessly? Maybe that's the first step. Maybe you have to set a goal. I'm going to go out for 2 hours a day and approach women without fear until I'm a fearless motherfucker that goes for what I want. Maybe you have to do that. Maybe you have to approach women often as well. Maybe you have to approach a woman every single time you see her, right? And you set that as a rule for yourself. And the key here is to set these rules and not care what people say about them. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be a million people that tell you that what you're doing is weird. I've had people tell me what I'm doing is weird, but do you think I care? When I have the ideal life that I want, I talk about dating and sex and girls all day. It's the most fun thing on the planet. And I get to talk to girls all the time. It's awesome. I get to help guys lose their virginities, get into relationships, overcome social anxiety. It's the most fulfilling thing I could possibly do. Do you think that I care that other people think it's weird? Do you think that I care that other people thought it was weird when I was learning these skills? No, I don't. I'm grateful that I did it. You have to be willing to do what other men would never dare to do. And that's the most important thing. So send this to your cousin Blanchy. If you know what that name's from, I want you to put it in the comments. I doubt many of you will, but send it to your cousin Blanchy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.